Morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Yes, I'm back from my family trip from Europe. It is 11:30 p.m. in Korea, in my room. As I told you, hopefully you've seen my previous video clip from Nice, France, which was beautiful. You know what? Actually, I was able to see the sunrise, even though it was very cloudy. Maybe I can put it up on the Facebook later. So, I need to go to bed soon. I cannot talk much. As you can see, this is what I'm excited to do in this new year, 2023. GTMI stands for Global Talent Management Institute. And I have a very simple mission with my colleagues. We contribute to our talents globalization. Maybe some of you might think, why does that excite Gary? I don't know. I don't know why, but this has been, my job at LG, trying to develop talents in my company, in Korea, in Brazil, in the UK, in India, in Dubai, all over the places. I was lucky enough to travel, meet excellent colleagues, talents. So I think he tried to train me to do this job. I regard it as my mission as well as my calling. So to make the long story short, I'd like to invite you to enjoy this journey together. No pressure. You don't have to do it only because of Gary's request. I'm just telling you, and it's free for you to decide whether you want to do it together with me, or just encourage me, or tell me later, Gary, you're doing a good job. That's good enough. No worries. But anyways, GTMI, it has been existing for the last 9-10 years, as I told you earlier. And something I'd like to try from this year, it is to align the activities with UN's Sustainable Development Goals, as some of you are familiar with, right? There are 17 goals, global goals, right? Humankind and anybody, if you are living and surviving in this planet, right? And I found the 17th goal, which is partnership for the goals of this entire SDGs. And among these topics, I found capacity development, which is pretty aligned to what I am planning to do together, hopefully with you. And if you're interested to know more about it, you can just click on this webpage link, and then you can see what I'm talking about, right? Something like this. This is a UN website, and you can find their approach. And later on, I'd like to add GTMI's activity as one of the events. Right? I don't know if they find our activities which is aligned with what they're doing, but in 2023, I'd like to add one of our events. It could be our monthly webinars, it could be our coaching or mentoring activities, any of the leadership workshops. I don't know, but this is something I'd like to work together with you so that it can become more popular. I don't want to be famous. I want to be popular though, so that many other people on this planet can join us and do it together. For the good things, right? So if you want to do it together with me, if you want to connect and collaborate to contribute to our talents globalization, you can simply click on this link, join as a member, and it goes to the Google survey, and you can type your name, email, phone number. I'm going to create the WhatsApp group together with all the members of GTMI, your home country. And this is an interesting part. I don't think you've seen this kind of role decision when you join as a member. So you can either try to do a creator role, developing the programs together. It doesn't only have to be me, right? It can be a group of GTMI members. Oh, I think we need to create our own mentoring program, right? Then maybe you want to contribute to create better website. You just saw the website of GTMI. Yeah, that was made by my daughter, who is in between her schools, and which means it needs the experts support to make it better. Coaches, mentors, facilitators, connectors, sponsors, right? If you don't have much time, because you are already doing an important role in your organizations, in your lives, fine. But if you can spare some money to support GTMI's, as it says, financial stability, because if we want to do something meaningful, obviously there's got to be some investment to make. So it's free for you. You can make the decision. I'm not forcing you. So if you agree to do any of these, you can choose more than one, right? This is what I did. So you can also commit how many hours you want to contribute, right? So for me, 100 hours of creator, 100 hours of coaching. I'm not going to do mentoring. I'm not good at it. 100 hours of facilitation and another 100 hours for connector. And I'm going to sponsor. I'm going to donate, depending on my real job, to make some money for my family. So it's up to you how many hours you can contribute, and you can tell me later, oh Gary, something happened, I cannot really do it, even though I was going to contribute more than 10 hours, but no problem, right? I'm not gonna challenge you. I'm not gonna hate you for that, but it is your free will, right? So if you want to donate, I didn't mention any specific fee for membership, which is not, I know it's not very clear, but that's me, as you may know. If you want to contribute, $1 for 2023, fine. If you made some, if your business went very well last year, donate $100. And if you are outside Korea, you can try my PayPal account. If you are in Korea, there's an official bank account for GTMI. This is GTMI in Korean, Uri Bank. Okay. And if you have any suggestions, ideas, after you listen to my further explanation, feel free to write any suggestions, comments. And I'm also looking for some partners. They are still potential. I haven't actually made any agreement yet, but I think they will be willing to partner with GTMI. So as I told you from Nice, KR has been my mentor He studied it, and we are going to work together. He, as a chairman, was founded GTMI, and I'll become the MCM. I don't want to be called as president or something like that, but MCM, which is most committed member. I know it's just out of my style, but if you can beat my 400 hours of commitment, you can take my position, at least from next year, right? So we do have a location in Korea, but if you want to visit our office, you need to let me know first, because we have another dedicated member who's supporting us with his office. Okay. Program-wise, so far these are the ones I came up with, my existing colleagues. We are going to do monthly webinars starting from March, this March. So it's going to be on the virtual platform like Zoom, and I'll be inviting along with my colleagues. Each session will be from at least 2 different countries. So if you sign up and you're going to leave your email addresses, right? Then I'm going to let you know, whom you are going to listen to later from March to June. And there will be 2 months summer vacation, like schools. From September to December, we are going to have 4 more webinar sessions. So that's going to be at least, I don't know, at least $100 worth if you attend them all, but it's your core. And coaching and mentoring, we are going to focus more on younger talents, okay? That doesn't mean I'm old, you're old, but KR's intention is to provide this kind of learning experience for them so that they can become more open to new world, right? If they are experiencing new culture, let's say they, maybe one student from India come over to Korea to study, right? Then it's going to be pretty difficult for them to get adjusted, even though they watch a lot of Korean dramas, K-pops. It is still different. If you have experience, you will see what I mean. So we try to help them to get used to, accustomed to new cultures, so that they can they can see, oh, India is not the only place, world. The world is so big, so they can be prepared, and then hopefully later on they're going to do the same job as we are going to do, right? So it's going to be a very continuous virtual cycle we are making, right? And if there's any organizations, companies who need workshops face-to-face, virtually, we do have experts on these topics, even more than these. Okay, so we can, if companies ask GTMI for support, I'm going to charge them. Not very pricey. It's not going to be very, very expensive, but we are going to make some profit, even though GTMI is a non-profit organization. But as you know, in order to invite renowned speakers, in order to work with professional, seasoned coaches and mentors, facilitators, I don't want them to just sacrifice their time and efforts. So I'd like to pay them. That means we need to make some money for better needs, right, of our talents. So if you sign up, I'm going to add your names, right? It is not automatic. That's why I need experts, IT expert support, instead of me copying all your information onto website. I do need IT technical expert support. But anyways, I'm gonna do that because one of my roles is to create this website as MCM. And June Lee, he has also committed to work on as creator, right? 40 hours at least this year. So I gave him MCM as well, more committed member. I'm most committed member. Coaches, I'm sure there will be a lot of colleague coaches, professional coaches who are willing to do it together with me. Mentors, including KR, who has a lot of experience developing talents. When he was working for DuPont, he was the one who influenced a lot of leaders in his organization. Even after he retired, he's been working very hard to develop content. Talents, facilitators, connectors, connecting people, connecting talents, connecting coaches. If there's anybody who enjoys doing it, like myself, I've already spent more than like 20, 30 hours to connect people, but I do enjoy it. I'm gonna do more. And sponsors, thanks to KHK, Mr. Ku, who's the president of 우리들 HRD. He willingly provided GTMI office, and I'm going to donate at least this amount, but it depends on my successful debut as a freelance coach. So that's about it. Okay, that's about it. If you want to be listed here, what you need to do is click on the join as a member link, and it's gonna be checked by myself every day for a while, and later on it's gonna be my weekly job. But who knows, if any one of you is willing to support me as the IT technician, then we don't have to do it, right? We do have the join login button here, but I just don't know how to activate it. So be my partner and let us enjoy this journey. I know there will be some hiccups, and I believe it can be a lot more, right? We can do more things, as KR mentioned earlier today when we had the leadership meeting. And if you are willing to contribute more than 40 hours this year, I'm going to invite you as more committed member, MCM. Then we are going to have a separate WhatsApp group room. Then we're going to have a monthly call, right? Monthly calls, so that we can plan together, design together, discuss, fight. Yeah, I think that's going to be interesting journey together. Join me.